Phones are getting expensive. Phones are getting more and more expensive. Laptops are asking for your kidney. Only tablets are the most affordable powerhouse in 2026. Yes, this is the new Moto Pad 70 Pro. It's 6.2 millimeters thick only, and it's got that sleek aluminum body. You get a Snapdragon 8's Gen 4 inside. There's a 13-inch 3.5K 144Hz refresh rate display, a quad JBL speaker setup with Dolby audio support, Moto Pen Pro inside the box. All of this for under 35,000 rupees. Which makes me wonder, the Moto Pad 70 Pro is possibly the perfect budget laptop alternative. But is the performance as impressive as the spec sheet? Don't worry, मैं हूं ना.
उसी का तो डर है.
Well, anyway, I'm Arshad. This is Trakin English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. The first thing I noticed is that the weight distribution of this tablet has been done so well that you cannot notice that 600-gram weight. Also, it's 6.2 millimeters thick, so for a large tablet, it is actually very handy to use. And that's particularly impressive considering the hardware that is packed inside this machine. Of course, the aluminum body feels very premium, but my only gripe is that it attracts fingerprints faster than phone prices hiking in 2026. The camera also sits on a glass island on top of the back itself, and it gives it a little bit of a unique touch. See, you get the power button, you get quad JBL speakers with Dolby Atmos, volume rocker, dual mics, a magnetic strip for the Moto Pen Pro, which by the way is bundled inside the box, and the pogo pins for the optional keyboard accessory as well. But there are two things that stand out for me. Firstly is that you get a USB Type-C 3.2 port with support for external display out as well. And secondly, you know what? You have a memory card slot with support for up to 2 TB micro SD cards. And for all the people who are watching this video and not subscribed yet,
तो करना परेशान हो गए हम लोग 2.5 साल से.
Now moving on to the display, compared to the Moto Pad 60 Pro, it's a slightly larger display at 13 inches and it has a higher resolution too of 3.5K. Plus, it's a 12-bit IPS LCD panel. Of course, you get 144Hz refresh rate, 800 nits in HPM mode and 600 nits in typical brightness as well. You know what? This level of brightness is perfect for indoor use, but it can struggle slightly under direct sunlight, which by the way, I don't think is too much of a problem for tablets. Now the 12-bit panel means that you get very good colors, and when we watched HDR videos on YouTube, the display actually shines. The tablet also supports Dolby Vision, but unfortunately Netflix doesn't have Dolby Vision support at the moment. As for the JBL quad speaker setup, it's fantastic. It's loud, it's crisp, and it sounds very rich too. Take a listen to it for yourself. Motorola's Dolby tuning along with that JBL partnership across its lineup of devices is definitely working in its favor, and in general, when you take the whole multimedia experience on this tablet, it actually is very good. Now the multimedia experience is good, but the performance is also equally good because you get that Snapdragon 8's Gen 4 inside. By the way, there are two variants of the tablet. There's 8 128GB and 8 256GB. And all of this RAM is LPDDR5X RAM. The 128GB variant of the tablet is UFS 3.1 storage, but the 256GB variant of the tablet is UFS 4 storage. Of course, the benchmarks back up the specs because we got an Antutu of over 2.3 million, which is very respectable, and the Geekbench score is in line with what we generally expect from Snapdragon 8's Gen 4. Now, in GPU-intensive tests like wildlife stress tests, the tablet stayed stable at 86.9% while scoring above 15,000 points. Gaming performance is also equally solid. In our 30-minute Genshin Impact test, it actually maintained a pretty high average FPS of over 59, but more importantly, the temperatures were very cool. It was 36 degrees. You know what I actually want to do on the Pad 70 Pro is emulate Windows game on it, connect a controller and enjoy. Of course, battery life is brilliant too because what you get is a 10,200 mAh battery, and it will easily last you an entire day and should give you about 8 to 9 hours of screen on time, or maybe even more depending on what you're doing with the tablet itself. Now you get a 68-watt charger inside the box, but the tablet charges only at 45 watts. So to charge up the 10,200 mAh battery, it is going to take at least 2 hours, so keep that in mind. Cameras on tablets are something that I don't really care too much about. I don't think most people should too, but if you want to use the rear camera for document scanning, it's a 13 megapixel camera. It does a decent job, and the front camera is an 8 megapixel unit for video calls. I'm showing you a few videos from the front camera and a few photos that we took from the back camera. You judge for yourself whether you like it or not. Now see, cameras don't matter much, but what matters more is the software experience of the tablet. And Motorola is trying something interesting with ZUI. This tablet has Moto ZUI 18 based on Android 16, and Motorola is promising updates up till Android 18, which is 2 years of updates, which is not bad in the world of tablets. Now what can you expect with ZUI 18? Basically, there's has a persistent dock that sits across all apps, excluding games of course. You also get a PC mode that makes good use of the large display and the powerful processor for multi-window usage. You've got Smart Connect, of course, which lets you connect a phone or a laptop to transfer files and use mirror mode and stuff like that. And finally, Circle to Search and Gemini support is also included. Plus, it's a very clean install too. For the most part, the UI was smooth when we were using it, but sometimes during heavy usage, we did notice some stutters. Also, some software elements aren't fully optimized for the screen size. For instance, in portrait mode, the notification panel opens in the center, which is awkward to reach on such a large tablet. Now, the bundled Moto Pad Pro is actually a good addition. It has 4096 levels of pressure and you also get a bunch of additional software features with it. So overall, I would say I'm not entirely disappointed with the Motorola software experience on this tablet. It definitely has potential. And connectivity wise too, this tablet is future proof because you get support for Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. I have no doubt in my mind that the Pad 70 Pro actually offers incredible value because you get a stunning display with good multimedia performance. Overall performance is also very good. You get a premium build and the Moto Pad Pro inside the box. Now, I've been saying great value for money because the 8128GB is available at 36,999 with 4,000 rupees discount. The starting price is 32,999. The 8256GB is 39,999 and with 4,000 off, it becomes 35,999. And the optional keyboard is 6,000 rupees more, but that's only available with the 8256GB variant, which actually pushes up the cost to 45,999. Now, remove 4,000 from that, it becomes 41,999. For many people who are looking for a budget Windows laptop, this could be a good alternative. Now, that 2-in-1 combo for 41,999 along with the great performance that you get and the large display that you have, don't you think that this could be a good alternative to a budget Windows laptop? Not for everyone, but at least for some people who might find this pretty useful too. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And what more videos of the Moto Pad 70 Pro would you like to see? Let me know that as well in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.